Hello, guys. Welcome back. So we had kind of a closing ceremony today for the Hindu gods. It, we're not a good fit. We're not a good fit. I love a lot of the stories about the deities. I do. I love them and I have mad respect for them. But I'm just not called to Hinduism with all due respect and love. And we have very different lifestyles and outlooks on things to the point of being fundamentally different. I love them. I respect them. I respect them for their stances on things. But Ganesh and I especially are not, we're not meant to be together. We are not. He is a vegetarian. I know they say that there are places they serve him meat. I never felt comfortable going that route. He's a vegetarian who can't touch onion and garlic, but can touch, milk and honey. And it wasn't working out because, I used to be vegan and I was like, well, it would be easier just to make him vegan to, try to get something. But unfortunately, over here, it's not the same as India or other countries or places in this, maybe even this country, where you might have ready access to fresh fruits and vegetables. I do not. I live in a nutritional desert. So it just not wasn't ideal. I was going to just be, you know, um, eating vegetarian and vegan, and at first it seemed like he was okay with that, even if he couldn't partake because there's onion and garlic and everything in this country. But then it wasn't working out. And he loved the rice and everything I was making for him, but I hadn't touched meat. When they arrived for Diwali, I had meat, and I don't think Kali would have minded, but once I finished up that meat, I think I had 2 servings of tuna, and I tried to pretend that was okay, even though I'm like, if he's really calling me, I have to go this way. And I even felt like Odin was shoving me towards it. And then I realized I can't do this. I can't do this. I love meat. I love meat. So we parted on good terms. They left. I took Ganesh's, his idol in the home. I put it in the cupboard and I said, I love you. I do. You're welcome to visit, but we can't be a family. I was developing the same unhealthy habits I had as a vegan. I was a really bad vegan. I was starting to, if something had touched garlic or onion, I wasn't going to let it touch anything else. God, what if it touched something Ganesh, ate and it contaminated it? It was that kind of unhealthy, obsessive loop that some people get into on veganism that I got into. And I would just go nuts on veganism, and I was doing it now. Like, kept kept checking labels, and that's like how it starts. And then you progressively get worse and worse and worse. And I was like having thoughts the last week or so, like, is my lip balm vegan? Is my coffee vegetarian? Is it really? What about the stuff I put in my hair? What about my detergent? What about this? What about that? And I was driving myself crazy. I said, I love you. And I don't think at the end of the day you care about what I eat, but I care. You know, I care. I feel guilty of eating meat with you in the house. I can't do this. I'm so sorry. I love you. I can't do this. I can't. I would feel like I'm insulting you. How is he even going to take his idol in his house and put it away for Thanksgiving as it was and for Christmas? And then I'm like, he's never going to be out. It's never going to be out. And what does that mean? And I had to admit it meant that we're just not compatible. I hadn't raised a horn to the Norse gods ever since they came because I felt bad. And I was starting to get that kind of vegan crazies of, no offense to vegan viewers. When I was vegan at one point, I just went nuts and I had heifers and stuff in the house and I had thrown them all out, give them back to Mother Earth. And I could feel I was like starting to tend towards that. And I'm like, no, I finally had a breakthrough where I finally have all this beautiful fur and these horns and everything in the house. And the irony is the horns are from India. Yeah, that's where they make them. And I could see I was tending towards taking everything else and chucking it out the door, even though he was saying he didn't want to. And he didn't need me to. I was like, no, that just doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound like Ganesh. I think Ganesh would probably throw it all out the door. I don't know if he would or not, but I didn't feel comfortable. And that's the main thing. If you don't feel comfortable working with a deity, no matter what they say, you probably shouldn't work together. 1 second, guys. Allergies. Terribly sorry. And the gods have been sending me pins all day, like kind of shouting at me. So we parted on good terms. Shouting in a good way, by the way. Loki was sending me tons of bacon pins out of nowhere because as bacon comes, well, it's going to be today for you guys, and we are looking forward to Loki's giving or Thor's giving or whatever you call it, because before the world went crazy, we got, those Keystone meats. They used to, once upon a time, they were really cheap. They weren't super cheap, but just last year they were a heck of a lot cheaper. Well, before last year, they were a heck of a lot cheaper than they are now. I'm glad we have turkey because I was going to wait. Turkey, I'm not kidding. I checked on Walmart today. It was $28. I thought I misread the decimal point. It's, I think, $47 for 2 cans of beef, and these are Walmart prices. I went on to Amazon. I swear to the gods, I saw a can of chicken or turkey or something for like $137. I don't mean a 6-pack. I don't mean a 12-pack. I mean 1 can. You go on eBay and look up Keystone meat. You'll see what I mean. It's crazy, guys. Until like the supply chain gets fixed, meat prices are going to be crazy. So I thank the gods we have these beef sticks. Those ones you get at Walmart maybe once or twice a year. Usually get them in the fall. And they're not terribly expensive, but they're just usually something your family buys you for Christmas and you never treat yourself to. Odin had insisted I get them. And they'd come in damaged, and I ordered another thing, so I'm glad he had me order them because I can have one a day and they'll last me a month, or just about a month. Hopefully by then the supply chain is normalized and we can get more meat to the house. We have a little bit of stuff put away here and there. We have some meals with a promise of meat, and it's probably no meat in it at all, but at least they're claiming there's meat on it in the package. Those dump it in a casserole thing and bake it things, yeah. And the vegan food that Ganesh had me order will tide me over on the vegetable, and so we're all set. So, I'm kind of sad he left, and yeah, it's a huge weight off my shoulders too. I don't expect him to not be vegetarian. I don't expect him to be okay with me eating stuff, even though at the end of the day, I really don't think the gods do care what we eat. It was bothering me. It was bothering me, and I couldn't let it go. I'm the one who couldn't let it go, so that's just my personality. I'm kind of driven like that. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.